Arvydas Sabonis is widely regarded as one of the most talented and multifaceted big men in basketball history. His imposing height of 7 feet 3 inches and remarkable athletic ability made him a unique figure in the sport, allowing him to dominate at both ends of the court. Despite being a 3-time NBA All-Star, many fans may not fully appreciate the magnitude of his skills and accomplishments, further complicated by the timing of his entry into the league and the injuries he faced throughout his career. This article aims to explore the incredible journey of Sabonis, from his early days in Lithuania to his storied career in the NBA and beyond, highlighting how his talent and vision changed the way basketball is played today. Early life and rise in Lithuania. Born in 1964 in Kaunas, Lithuania, basketball was ingrained in the culture of his homeland. Sabonis was practically dribbling a basketball as soon as he could walk. By age 13, he began playing for the Žalgiris Kaunas youth team, quickly establishing himself as a prodigious talent against older opponents. His fierce competitiveness and natural ability were undeniable, leading to his swift selection for the Soviet Union's junior national team. In 1981, after dominating the European Under-18 Championship, Sabonis was promoted to the senior Soviet national team at just 18 years old. Here, he would forge a lifelong bond with famed coach Alexander Gomelsky, whose mentorship would be critical in shaping Sabonis' career. Under Gomelsky's guidance, Sabonis flourished, showcasing skills that would allow him to transition from a budding talent to a world-class player. International success and Olympic glory. In 1982, amidst the backdrop of the Cold War, Sabonis made his senior international debut at the World Cup in Colombia. The Soviets emerged victorious, defeating a competitive USA squad led by Doc Rivers. Sabonis' performances drew attention from basketball legends and fans alike. His ability to score, rebound, and pass like a guard at a towering height made him a nightmare for opponents. Returning to the Soviet Union, Sabonis continued to evolve as a player, leading his club team, Žalgiris Kaunas, to 3 consecutive Soviet championships from 1985 to 1987. While he was rising through the ranks, Sabonis' combination of size, shooting, and passing attracted the attention of NBA scouts, leading to his selection in the 1985 NBA draft as the 77th overall pick by the Atlanta Hawks. However, political restrictions in the USSR prevented him from joining the NBA until years later, much to the frustration of the Hawks. His dedication to the Soviet team, coupled with his loyalty to Gomelsky, delayed his entry into the NBA. Despite multiple serious injuries, including a torn Achilles tendon and recurring ankle issues, Sabonis continued to shine on international stages. In 1988, at the Seoul Olympics, he played a central role in securing a gold medal for the Soviet Union, dominating games with his scoring and rebounding against some of the best players in the world. Transition to the NBA. After the collapse of the Soviet Union and with emerging political changes, Sabonis finally had the opportunity to join the NBA. However, entering the league at 31 years old, he was often seen in the shadow of what could have been an athletic, prime Sabonis who had played in the late 80s and early 90s. Nevertheless, he signed with the Portland Trail Blazers for the 1995 to 1996 season, marking the beginning of a new chapter in his career. Upon his arrival, NBA scouts were astonished by his basketball IQ and passing ability. Despite numerous injuries and the wear and tear on his body, Sabonis immediately adapted to the NBA game. In his rookie season, he averaged an impressive 14 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists in just 24 minutes per game, shooting 55% from the field and an impressive 38% from three-point range. His unique skill set left teammates and opponents alike in awe. In the playoffs of his rookie year, Sabonis' production surged, averaging 23 points and 10 rebounds. His impact as a key player off the bench earned him a second-place finish in the 6th Man of the Year award voting. It was evident that he was not merely a nostalgic presence in the league. Sabonis was a genuine threat. Throughout his 7 years in the NBA, Sabonis remained a pivotal player for the Blazers, helping lead them to perennial playoff appearances and solidifying his reputation as one of the most versatile big men in the league. The culmination of his NBA journey was the 2000 season, when the Blazers reached the Western Conference Finals. Despite a heart-wrenching Game 7 loss to the Los Angeles Lakers after holding a 15-point lead in the fourth quarter, Sabonis displayed resilience and tenacity, traits that endeared him to fans. The what-if scenario. Many basketball analysts and fans often entertain the hypothetical question of what might have occurred had Sabonis entered the league earlier. Had he joined the NBA in his prime, undeterred by injuries and political constraints, he could have redefined the center position. Combining the passing skills similar to those of Nikola Jokic and the physical prowess of Shaquille O'Neal, Sabonis could have influenced trends toward a more position-less style of play earlier in the game's evolution. The possibility remains tantalizing, leaving a bittersweet feeling when reflecting on what might have been. His injury-laden career is a poignant reminder of the unpredictability of sports and how timing can drastically impact a player's legacy and impact on basketball. Despite the injuries and missed opportunities in the NBA, Arvydas Sabonis left an indelible mark on the sport. He became a pioneer for European basketball players, paving the way for future generations to thrive in the NBA. His success contributed to the growing interest in European talent and underscored the importance of cultivating a global talent pool in professional basketball. Sabonis' influence transcended his playing career. Encouraging a more nuanced style of play, his ability to shoot from the perimeter while also facilitating as a playmaker fundamentally changed the expectations placed on big men. His legacy can be seen in modern players who combine size with speed, ball handling, and shooting ability. The skill set that Sabonis exhibited, blending agility and intellect, laid the groundwork for players like Dirk Nowitzki and Giannis Antetokounmpo, who continue to thrive in a game evolving toward flexibility and skill. Considered one of the best passing big men in history, Sabonis' vision and ability to orchestrate the game from the center position contributed to a new standard. His remarkable assists showcased a blend of power and finesse, making it commonplace for towering players to display a well-rounded game. The final years, after retiring from the NBA in 2003, Sabonis returned to Europe for one last season with Žalgiris Kaunas, where he continued to perform at a high level, even at the age of 40. In his final season, he led Žalgiris to the EuroLeague's top 16 and was named the MVP of the regular season, emphasizing his continued mastery of the game despite physical limitations. Sabonis remains a beloved figure, not only in Lithuania but also in the global basketball community, often reminisced about through stories shared by former teammates and opponents. His expansive influence on basketball continues to resonate, perpetuating a commitment to skill diversity and a love for the game. Recognition and honors. In recognition of his achievements, Sabonis has been inducted into multiple halls of fame, celebrating his contributions to international and professional basketball. His accolades encompass numerous accolades, including being named a EuroLeague MVP and his selection to various All-Star teams. In 2011, he was inducted into the FIBA Hall of Fame, solidifying his status as one of the sport's all-time greats. His legacy not only celebrates his individual accomplishments and records but also highlights the transformative role he played in popularizing basketball across Europe and inspiring countless young athletes worldwide. Conclusion. Arvydas Sabonis' journey through the world of basketball is one of immense talent, perseverance, and impact. While his entry into the NBA may have come later than many had hoped, his brilliance and passion for the game left an indelible mark on basketball's landscape. With a combination of skill, intelligence, and versatility, he redefined the big man's role and paved the way for future generations. Today, he is remembered not just for what he accomplished on the court but for the legacy of possibility he created, a giant whose footprint on the game will continue to be felt for decades to come. Through this exploration, we remember Arvydas Sabonis as not just a player but as a revolutionary force in basketball, one whose profound impact continues to shape the game's evolution.